Hi guys, it's JB here with a review of the final day of the Premier League season. But before I do that, I just want to apologise for not commentating on Derby against Leeds the other day. There was other circumstances beyond my control which took that commentary unfortunately out of my hands. But that's the bad news. The good news is we can do both second legs tomorrow night, where Villa go to the Hawthorns for that 2-1 lead, and then Leeds go back to Ellen Road with a 1-goal lead in that second leg, which the first one of that one actually was quite controversial, but I'm sure that's been said enough times. Anyway, those two are in the balance. Now on Saturday it's the cup final, kick-off 5 o'clock. I'll be on the air at 4:30 with all the build-up with the bye with me, and then I'll be doing the commentary of the whole match plus presentations and stuff, and then the European finals and the playoff finals and the European Cup final, finishing our club commentary season on our club, domestic and European club commentary season on June the 1st. So hopefully we'll be getting towards 70 games. I think we've had about 60. We've done 66 this season so far, and I reckon we'll probably get hopefully around about the 70-71 mark of commentaries, which would be an amazing achievement. Anyway, without further ado, first thing we've got to start at the top of the league. I'll come on to Burnley in a minute or two. There are 2 or 3 more significant results really than the one at Turf Moor, but I'll touch on that last, I think. But touch on that a bit later. But I just want to congratulate Manchester City. What a fantastic season they've had. And I feel a little bit sorry as well for Liverpool. 97 points. They only finished 1 point behind Manchester City in the end. Both teams won yesterday. Both won comfortably. Liverpool won, I think, by a couple of goals still against Wolves. But City, they had a scare at one point. Me and Chris and my brother, we were checking the scores during the Burnley Arsenal match yesterday. Excuse me, and we had Liverpool had gone 1-up, and then Brighton had gone 1-up, and then City equalised, and then City got in front before half time. But City, they were in trouble at one point yesterday at Brighton, but they came back magnificently. And you've got to say, as much as sympathetic I am towards Liverpool because they've had a terrific season, and they've played really well. You can't deny that. That comeback at Brighton yesterday shows why City are the champions. They are true champions because, let's face it, they were in a real spot of bother yesterday, and to come back like they did and to come back very, very well shows the mark of true champions. So as much as I feel sorry for Liverpool not winning the league, because over years 97 points would have won the league. Manchester City. I mean, they've won 14 on the bounce, City. And, you just think Liverpool's one defeat came against City, ironically. And we covered that. I covered the commentary on that. And it is unfortunate. But City, you can't be that bad a side if you win 14 straight on the bounce. So, I honestly think Liverpool could win the Champions League again. Sorry, Tottenham fans. I just think Liverpool have got to be favourites to win the European Cup now. That's my opinion. You'll be able to hear that match in full with myself presenting tonight at that particular evening on June the 1st, and then commentary from Chris Whiteman, who will be in the box for that very, very big European Cup final in Madrid. So we'll be both bringing it on June the 1st. I'll be introducing and setting the scene, and then Chris will paint the whole picture of the game and the presentations and stuff on that particular evening in question. Right, anyway. So well done to City. Unlucky Liverpool. But I think you'll win. In my opinion, I think you could win the European Cup in 3.5 weeks' time. The results. The most surprising result of the day, really, was at Old Trafford. Manchester United. Well, the wheels look as if they've come off the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer bus at the moment. I mean, well done to Cardiff. They had a strong end to the season, and in the end, they were unfortunate not to pit Brighton to get out of that trouble in the end, because I felt if they had another couple of results, I think they could have actually pit Brighton to it. But said all that, I mean, at least they've got out, not with a whimper, but with a real banger. And I think that's credit to Neil Warnock and his team. They've never stopped fighting all season, and it's nice. You know, the pressure was off them yesterday. The pressure was on United now. And United will be hoping. I mean, it's not only going to Solskjaer's fault. Right. There's a cause for him to be sacked. Now, he hasn't had a transfer window. Now, Manchester United fans, you know, I know they're used to success, and I know they've had it for many years. They've had it for over 20 years or more. But let's just, you know, they've got to smell reality here. They are way behind in terms of a good squad. Sorry to do this, because I've got down with a touch of hay fever today. It's very hot outside. You know, the reality is they're nowhere winning the league anyway. I think they're about 3 or 4 years winning the league. It needs to be a rebuilding job, and Solskjaer has pulled no punches in that. I mean, you look at people are blaming only on Solskjaer, but you have to look at the likes of Paul Pogba, Alexis Sanchez, and a few other individuals at that team. And I honestly think they're the ones that are dragging Manchester United down, not the manager. He's inherited a very sorry mess of a team that Mourinho left it in, and I sort of blame Jose Mourinho for the mess. He's gone and bought these players for stupid amounts of money, and he just didn't turn them into a side that could play as a team. And I think probably that's why Manchester United have finished in 6th position. They just bottled it, unfortunately, but well done to Cardiff. I know they're going down and going back into the Championship, but it's always nice to go out with a bang. Elsewhere, Newcastle finished their season with a 4-0 victory against already relegated Fulham, who have now taken on Scott Parker on a permanent basis as their new manager. Southampton drew 1-1 with Huddersfield, so they finished a point behind us in the final table. They finished with 16. They finished 16th with 39 points. Brighton, as I say, were beaten 4-1 by City. And unfortunately, have sacked Chris Hughton. But I suppose with 3 wins out of 23, I suppose the writing was on the wall. Be an interesting summer down at the Amex now. Who will come in as new manager? Who will he have funds to go and strengthen that Brighton squad? Because it looks like a squad that could do with a bit of an overhaul, really. So it's quite a number of 30-somethings there. Will he have a budget? Will Tony Bloom back this new manager? We don't know. Graham Potter of Swansea, I think, has turned out to be the bookie's favourite. It did come as a bit of a shock, but not really too much of a shock because of the horrendous run they were on, and they just stayed up by the skin of their teeth with a week to spare. So I suppose, but it is sad, really. I think Chris Hughton did a magnificent job there, and I don't think that should never be. I think that should not be overestimated enough. He did a great job, and to get Brighton back into the top flight was an exceptional achievement. He's kept them up 2 years on the spin, but unfortunately they just didn't kick on from last year when they finished 15th, but they nearly got relegated. And I think Tony Bloom now has got to get it right, the next management appointment. If he doesn't, then I feel for Brighton next season. Everton and Spurs drew 2-2, so Spurs dropped to 4th. Southampton 0, Leicester 0, Chelsea 0. It finished at the King Power. A 9-goal thriller to finish at Sellers as Palace beat Bournemouth 5-3. So plenty there. Watford warmed up for the cup final, unfortunately being thrashed 4-1 by West Ham. We've had a strong end to the season, so well played at West Ham. I think they can bring 1 or 2 key sides. I think they could challenge for the top 7 or 8 there next season. If they can get that home form sorted out, I think they're very good away. Watford have lost Jose Olibas for the cup final. That's a big blow to them. So that's going to be tough. I can't see them beating Manchester City, quite honestly, although in the FA Cup anything can happen. Excuse me, I've just got to touch the old hay fever. There we go. So it's very, very tough there for Watford. But anyway, let's finish off. I want to finish with Burnley. I'll do a full review with Burnley another day because obviously it's only been 24 hours since the Arsenal result, and it started off time to look over the season as a whole. But yesterday, I actually thought, despite the defeat, we played really well. We were more than a match for Arsenal. I was at the game yesterday. I went with Chris and I went with my brother, and You know, it was a great match, enjoyable, well worth the 30 quid. Unfortunately, it got spoilt a bit at the end because we didn't see the third Arsenal goal. I saw a little bit of it, but we had the security guards. We were sat right by the tunnel in the James Hargreaves stand, and these security blokes were just obscuring our view. So G4, you're a disgrace. I just want to make that clear that G4 are the security company and not the bag of the X Factor. G4 Security Corps. They need to sod off because they spoilt my enjoyment of what was an entertaining game of football. Okay, we lost, but we still got great entertainment. But having said that, though, we were in the game 0-0 at half time. We both hit the post. Heaton was probably a little bit fortunate to get away with a red card at the start. I think we should have had a penalty when Leno, when he'd taken the ball from a corner, absolutely bashed into Ashley Barnes. He absolutely cleaned him out, went to clean him out, and it should have been a penalty. I've sent the replay back, and I'm convinced that Burnley should have had a penalty. But having said all that, though, I thought, we were in the game, and then the 52 minutes, Ben Mee, what was he doing? I mean, yeah, fair enough, he's had an exceptional second half of the season, but the last two games, he's absolutely been poor again. I don't like to keep annoying him or keep dissing him, but yesterday it was just basic. Controlled the ball, he let it go right under his foot. Cardinal sin for a defender to make. To be fair though, Pierre, I mean, I saw Aubameyang first time in the flesh yesterday, and I thought he was very, very quick, very, very pacey. I think he could give Usain Bolt or Warren Gatland a good race over 100 metres. I really could. But he got away. Cool finish beyond Tom, into the net, great goal, 1-0. You got to say that was a cool finish. His second goal was an absolute worldie. I think you can't argue with it, because the only thing I would say about Burnley there, we didn't close down Alex Iwobi. He got the crossing from the left-hand side. The ball came over the top. It went towards the far post, the right-hand post, and from 6 yards, he's hit this volley on Aubameyang, and I had a perfect view of it before the G4 guys started coming in and started getting in the way of things. But I had a really good view of it, and he struck it with some ferocity. And Tom Heaton had no chance. And he just rifled it into the left corner. It was a marvellous goal, and you can't legislate for goals like that. That was just world class. Then we got back in it through Ashley Barnes. So 2-1, we were back in it. But to be fair, though, I didn't think it was a 3-1 game. But having said all that, though, Aubameyang should have completed his hat trick. He had a chance, I think, 2-1 to get the third one, and I thought it was a much easier chance than the second one he took. 6 yards, I thought it was in, and it went wide. And so there was a lot of relief around Turf Moor, I can assure you of that. But really, I think I have to be honest. I think. It was and then they scored that third goal. I forget who got the third one. I'll just check that actually. I'll just check the match report yesterday, because I don't know who got the third. Let me just check. Let me just check Premier League. You see, I'm not prepared for all these. I just do these on the side. They've still got the Scottish Premier League. Right, who got the third Arsenal goal? I can't remember his name. He's a young lad. Nikita, who got it. He scored with the last kick. It went through Tom's legs. But by then, they'd won the game anyway, Arsenal. So, no complaints. But I didn't think it was a 3-1 match, because I thought it was an even Stevens game. On another day, it probably could have ended 3-3 or 4-4 if both teams had not hit the post and taken off their chances, because we created quite a number of chances as well. But again, the only criticism again, Sean Dyche again, wrong substitutions really, a bit like Everton last week. He took off Dwight McNeil, who I thought was playing magnificently, put Goodmanson on. I think he should have took off Henrik, personally. I think Henrik tries his best for heaven's sake, and he plays him out of position, but I just felt if Goodmanson had gone on the right, McNeil on the left, I think we could have caused Arsenal double the trouble on both flanks. But it wasn't to be. Excuse me. But I'm going to touch more on Dyche's substitutions and tactical nous really when I review Burnley season as a whole in a couple of days' time for a special video. But I mean, we'll take 15th. We have to have a big transfer window. But as I say, I'll touch on that more on a video, on the actual video to do with Burnley, which I'll do the next day or so. But it was a good day despite the result. It was a good afternoon down there despite the result. I didn't stay for the lap of honour. I was hungry. Truth be told, I would love to have stayed and clapped the lads off on the lap of honour, but we just wanted something to eat, so we went to McDonald's and then went home. It was a long day, so we just wanted to go and chill out. But yeah, I'm just happy that we're a Premier League team again next year, and I'm glad if we can keep Ashley Barnes. He's been terrorising Premier League defences since 2014, so long may that continue. But just to reiterate, Man City champions, Liverpool, Chelsea, and Tottenham are Champions League. Arsenal could join them if they win the Europa League against Chelsea. Manchester United. Now, here's an interesting scenario. If Watford win the FA Cup on Saturday, right? Listen to this one, and every non-Manchester United fan, prepare to laugh your sides. Manchester United would have to cancel all their pre-season plans to play Europa League football in late July when they should be going out to their pre-season tours and stuff. They'd have to cancel them all. So part of me wants Watford to win the FA Cup, but part of me wants City to win the Cup because it's a treble and that's never been achieved before. So, there's 50%. My heart would want Watford to win the Cup next week, but my head will say City. And sometimes you've got to think with your head and not with your heart, really. But wouldn't it be funny if Manchester United had to qualify? Go through 3 rounds, and they could suffer the same sort of fate that Burnley had to suffer at the start of the season. So, if that was the case, I would have no sympathy with Manchester United whatsoever. But I'll tell you what, I think they've got to keep Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. All this talking about him wanting to be sacked, I think is nonsense. But there we go. But anyway, thank you very much indeed. That was my last day review. If you have enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. If you want to see more content like this, there's still 4 or 5 more commentary matches left of the season. Remember, they've got both second legs of the playoffs. That's just been announced now, this very much today. That I've been allowed, so I've got the green light to do those. Tuesday and Wednesday, so you'll be able to hear those in full, and you'll also be able to hear the Cup final on Saturday, the Championship playoff final, I think, on the Bank Holiday Monday, and of course we'll be out on Bank Holiday Monday a week later, and then we'll have the Europa League on the 27th, and then the European Cup final itself on the 1st. So still lots of intriguing football and probably some history to be made here on this YouTube channel for your listening pleasure. But that's it for now. Hope you've enjoyed this Premier League last day review. Well done to Manchester City, worthy winners. Unlucky Liverpool, but I think you'll come good next year as well, because City will want to try for the hat-trick, but I think it'll be a lot more difficult next season for them. But obviously we can't speculate until the transfer business summer's been done anyway. But I think Man City, Liverpool have really set a very high standard. And now it's up to the likes of Chelsea, Arsenal, Manchester United and Spurs now to really get up to that standard that both Liverpool and Manchester City have set. I mean, any other season Liverpool would have been champions, but Man City, 14 straight matches on the bounce, you can't knock that. It's a great record. At this, when you're on the field, the amount of money that's spent doesn't really come into it, really. So people can say City bought the league, but they had to work hard for it. I think that's what people actually overlook, because the fact that they've had to win 14 games, and believe you and me, I've done a few of them on the running, and they've had to earn that. I mean, they earned it at Burnley. They earned a win at Burnley. They earned it against Manchester United. They earned the win against Liverpool. So they haven't done it easy. They've done it hard, and Liverpool pushed them all the way. So, don't think that City have bought the title. They haven't. So let's get that theory right out for a start. But well done, City. Worthy winners. And one hopes they can complete the domestic treble. It would be great. It would be a great piece of history. It's never been achieved before. And hopefully on Saturday live on the JB Clark YouTube channel, you'll see some English football history being made. Let's hope so anyway. Anyway, thank you very much. If you have enjoyed, hit that like button. Please subscribe to the channel. And if you want notifications, hit that notifications bell. And we'll be rocking and rolling. Just to remind you, the fixtures for the Premier League come out on the 13th of June. And the first game of the season takes place on the 10th of August. I can't wait again until 10th of August to get the games up and running again. I hope you can't. I hope you can't wait too. It's going to be a bit of a dull summer, really. We just got, you know, apart from the Nations League and the Women's World Cup, we've only got the Wimbledon and tennis and Formula One. It's going to be a boring 2 months, isn't it? Anyway, have a fantastic summer. We'll be back tomorrow with Clive commentary, and I'll be doing a video on Burnley season as well in the next couple of days. So the channel's still going to be busy, and of course the launch of JB2 later this month as well. So plenty coming up in my YouTube world. But until then, have a fantastic day. Enjoy the sunshine out there, and I'll see you later. Ta-ra!